Hi, Deanna Nichols, doTERRA Blue Diamond here with your oil a day, and today we're going to talk about Petitgrain oil, which is fairly new from doTERRA. It came out in September at convention last year, and it was very quickly began to be known as Manvander, or Manvender, I guess, which is supposed to be the male version of lavender, and that's just because it's so similar to lavender in its properties, but it doesn't have the flowery smell that lavender has. When I smell Petitgrain, it makes me think a little bit of maybe basil. It's definitely an herby smell, and it is from Paraguay, so it is really awesome that we were able to find a relationship that we could form with the people there for our co-impact sourcing so that it can help that country. It is really good for soothing your skin, so you can combine it with geranium and maybe put it in our unscented lotion, and that's a good one, especially if you don't care for the smell of lavender. I've never been a huge lavender fan, and I do really like this, but I tend to lean away from the flower oil, so it's kind of just like a preference thing. So if somebody doesn't care for lavender, this is just another option that they can use. Of course, just like lavender is very calming, so it's very gentle, and you can use it in the bath. Maybe add a couple of drops to some Epsom salt, put it in the bath. You could put something else in there, maybe like ylang ylang, but again, then you're getting into the flowers a bit. To help you fall asleep faster, maybe put a couple drops on the bottoms of your feet, the back of your neck, maybe a drop on your pillow, or in the diffuser is always a good one. Always good for cardiovascular health. So you can apply it over the heart, or you can apply it to the left palm or the left foot, because there are some reflex points there that will affect the heart and the cardiovascular system. Let's see what else. Adding it to your shampoo can help reduce oiliness on the scalp. And also, I have a really cool diffuser blend for you using Petitgrain. So you might want to get a pen and write this down. 4 drops of Balance, 3 drops of Petitgrain, and 2 drops of eucalyptus. So check that out and just kind of see how you feel, but it's kind of designed for uplifting and grounding at the same time. So check that out and just try it, as a lot of us are still learning what actually Petitgrain blends with, what it's good for. The best way to learn is to kind of just experiment with it. If you notice, the color of the label is yellow, so sometimes I will use it over the solar plexus area. If you don't know where that is, that's like above the belly button, and it's really good for helping you with self-confidence and helping you to feel like that's where your power is, that you have power and strength, and to kind of push away negative things that are coming at you. Maybe somebody's trying to bring you down or criticize you, and this is a great oil for that. For us and our family, as you know, we have a child that has some special sensory needs, and so we have found that we have really got to experiment and find out what works for him. And I think it's probably different with every child that has those different sensory needs and different neurological needs, because we can't just assume that we're all the same. But for him, some of the calming oils that are usually people's go-tos for calming children that are just seem to be on sensory overload have actually had the opposite effect for our son. So we've kind of stayed away from things like lavender and serenity for him. And we had another mom tell us that her child with sensory processing struggles was seeing good results with Petitgrain, and so we have made this part of our son's regimen. So there are several things that we use every morning and every night, and this is one of them. So if that pertains to you or your child, you may want to try it and just see how it works. Again, we're all different, so I can't really say, but you can check it out. So if you don't have Petitgrain, maybe you can come over to my house or someone else's house and just smell it and see if you like the smell first, because I either get a, ooh, that's nice, or oh, that's weird. So I feel like it's just a preference thing, and it's probably the same way that I react to some of the flower oils. I'm like jasmine. Some people really like jasmine, and for me it is like, oh, you know, I feel like I'm at a funeral home or something. So I think it really is a distinct fragrance. And sometimes I don't care about the fragrance. If I don't like the fragrance of an oil, I can always put it on my feet or combine it with something else. I think I told you on a previous video, maybe yesterday or the day before, that I've never been a big fan of patchouli, but when I mix it with black pepper and lime, it's really nice and it smells totally different. So you can get the benefits of the oil without enjoying the fragrance. If you have any questions or comments about how you like Petitgrain, please share them below. Please share our video, and we'll be back here every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern at facebook.com /oil shares.